Hey all, today we will introduce the Furious Pending Robot. It is a robot that primarily operates based on manual commands, and we have incorporated some fantastic small features, truly amazing options that enhance its capabilities and make it an incredibly versatile and powerful tool for various tasks. Take a look. So there I've put it on the mode with three stripes and three stripes, just like that. Check it out now. With a distance of 200 points, as measured by a scale or metric that assigns numerical values to the data. Take a look. We established a 200-point gap between the 3 points on the graph, and in that location, it is going to rise with the trailing stop that is going to come after it. There you go, executed with perfection. That is truly fantastic for generating a profit. So, at this point in time, I am going to make a modification to the setting. Clearly, I am unable to disclose the setting as there are certain aspects that must remain confidential. Nevertheless, I will offer a brief demonstration of the process. Here we go. Click, 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 click. Okay, there you have it. Now, we will proceed by maintaining a distance of 50 units between the tracks and simultaneously opening 20 positions at the same time. There you go. There you go. Please take a moment to carefully observe and examine the details in front of you. We are going to execute a buoy stop. Furthermore, we are planning to open a total of 20 positions simultaneously, each with a 50-point distance from the entry price. Training stop coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Well, we already have approximately a 50% profit, give or take. You see? And thus, for instance, we could decrease the lots just a little bit and execute some 002 and make the necessary adjustments accordingly. Open 50 tabs in order to cover a distance of 50. Clearly, while abiding by the rules, you have to patiently wait for an opportunity, somewhat like a sniper who carefully observes and waits for the perfect moment to strike. Do not go overboard with the lots. So what I mean is, do not open an excessive number of large lots in comparison to the total number of trades that you make. Do not place a short distance on the bending orders. It is futile because you really have to allow the market to do its thing and trust the process. Please wait. I highly recommend waiting for the American market because it's much easier to trade and you'll have the opportunity to make a lot more profit due to the significantly higher volatility in comparison to other markets. So, at 3:30 p.m., which is the time when the American market is most active, as indicated by the broker, this applies to trading gold, GBP, USD, US 30, and NASDAQ. It's important to note that the same principle applies to all these assets. Create a line to represent support and resistance, such as a trend line, which will facilitate working with supports and resistances more effectively. This line, the one I'm referring to, can greatly simplify your analysis and decision-making process. Or you can trace a shape. So here, for example, we're going to trace a shape on the support, on the big support, and there. We are going to come back a little bit. You see, you can easily draw a line to join the support and make small red lines to help you see where the market is going. Okay, so that is really a good point. So there you go. We are going to open a second session, and actually you can even work with 500 euros. So there is no problem. 500 euros, $500. You see? And there you go. That is it. For example, when you have news, that is what you need to do. And you can shorten the trailing stop. There you go. I have set a slightly wider trailing stop to be able to make a nice trend. You see? It's important to be cautious and analyze the market carefully before making any decisions. It is merely a demonstration video. It is not. You see, What is up? With some 002, we can still make a little $1,000. So for example, we are going to change it up and make the trading stop a little shorter than it was before. For those who know and already have the GX12 robots, they know the trailing stop's significance. So here we go. We'll do pure scalping now. You see, we'll really do pure scalping by placing the pending orders. You see, scalping usually involves placing a pending order, buy stop, sell stop, and waiting for volatility. That's how scalping works, okay? And closing with either a line or a trailing stop. So I opted for that particular day because there was an outstanding performance that would allow me to demonstrate exactly how the robot functions. You see, it is carrying out each task incrementally due to the intermittent training sessions. It will imitate, it is much shorter in duration, and it is solely focused on scalping, resulting in a noticeably reduced profit. So let me provide you with a concise example to illustrate this, as we are about to place. We are going to put some 001 there, and then we are going to put a balance of 500 or even 300 on the gold there. And so, for example, here you can change the distance. Right now we have 200. We can put 500, that is the distance of the penny order. And there you have the flexibility to adjust the amount as needed to meet your requirements. Additionally, you can modify the quantity to suit your preferences and specifications. We can change the batches. He's changed. So for example, we're going to put 200 U. Can you see it clearly now? He's not as far. Let's say we're going to put in 700, for example. At this very moment, we are going to put, there you have it, as you can see with your own eyes, just as I mentioned earlier on in this conversation. It goes higher. There you are. And there you have it. We have the ability to put in 200, close everything down, and then proceed to open at 200 without any issues or complications. When you click on close all positions will be closed, including the positions that are currently open. So when you observe that you have open purchase stops and the market is moving in a downward direction, promptly initiate sales stops and conclude the purchase stops initially and initiate the sales stops, and you will genuinely be tracking the market. Actually, here he's slowly opening up, so there's no risk at all. You may think it's merely a flu, evidently, or you have the option to label it however you desire. In this case, it is a pure pending order, and it is purely focused on scalping as a trading strategy. It relies on how individuals interpret it. We are cognizant that this strategy, it pays off like really, really, really well and brings about significant benefits in the long run. With a small capital, you can make nice figures. After that, you can either choose to take a risk or choose not to. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide. But there you go. Afterwards, the advantage is that with a small trailing stop, you'll have trades closing little by little, whereas with a larger trailing stop. So for instance, you see we are currently at €6, $6. There you have it, for example. We are going to stop and put a larger trailing stop so that even with small batches, there you go. And we will always adhere to the same principle, so that you do not have to open 50 trades. You have the option to open 20 trades, 10 trades, 3 trades, 5 trades, or any other number of trades that you believe is most suitable for you and your trading strategy. You see, at this point, we are already exceeding the $100 mark. When it closes, it can just close apart and then continue on its way. If he chooses the alternative route, he will first close his position and then proceed in the opposite direction. In the event that he executes trades, such as 1, 2, or 3, in bull and subsequently experiences a decline, the system will generate a slight advantage by automatically closing the smaller positions at buoyant rates, offsetting some losses. However, this is not a significant concern since we consistently achieve success with this strategy. See, with some 001, how much did we win? The amount is $400, you see. Hence, it is genuinely profitable. But you really have to adhere to certain rules because it is akin to everything in trading. You have to give yourself permission for certain things while also respecting the rules and regulations in place. If you do not adhere to the rules, you are in a precarious situation. You know what I mean? You can depend on me to provide assistance to you in tackling this kind of. I love the manual, so the semi-automatic manual with this robot, it's just magnificent. There you go.